Greetings, everybody. It's Jeffrey Guterman here with the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network, and we got a ball game for you. And it is the first of a three-game series. Atlanta on the road comes into Pittsburgh. And I'll have the lineups for you in just a few minutes. Thank you very much. Victor, hello, and Coast Kid, thank you so much. Thank you all. The coffee is brewing, and we got a big ball game here. I'm going to create a link for this. I'll have the lineups in about 5 minutes, everybody. All right. That coffee is brewing. Let's go through the lineups here, and we have a first pitch scheduled for 2 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. For the Atlanta Braves, leading off Felipe Alou in center field, Felix Millan at second, Hank Aaron in right field, Rico Carty in left, Orlando Cepeda at first base, Cletus Boyer at third, Bob Didier the catcher, Gil Garrido is at short, Ron Reed the pitcher. He's 117, and he bats ninth. For the Pittsburgh Pirates, Matty Alou leading off in center, Hebner at third, Stargell in left field, Clemente in right, Bob Oliver at first, and Kathy Harden has arrived just in time for me to say Manny Sanguillen behind the plate, Gene Alley at second, Freddie Patek at short, and Luke Walker a left-hander, the pitcher with 11 wins. The Braves come in tied with San Francisco for first place in the West. They are one game behind in the loss column, the Braves are, from the Giants. Pirates have a somewhat cushy 8-game lead. And we got the first pitch in 5 minutes. The coffee is brewing. I think you might be able to hear that. Again, this is the first of a 3-game series. And Rick has arrived. Good day, Rick. This one's dated August 26, 1969. And we're all glad to see you here on the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. The tweet is up, the tweet is good. And I encourage you all to follow me on Twitter. Kathy Harden is here. And we'll be ready to start in about 4 minutes for the first pitch. Looking on our schedule, as far as the races go here, the Giants host the Phillies on this date. Houston at St. Louis in a doubleheader. Phillies at the Giants, like I said. Mets at the Padres for a doubleheader. Ron McGrath has arrived. A great frickin' guy, Ron McGrath. I'll be back in just a couple minutes. Let me get some coffee. We'll be ready to play ball. All right, Kathy Harden for the Pirates. Look at that. She's for the Pirates. Yep. Oh, I forgot to get milk. Christ. I'm gonna have to. Oh, I'm gonna have to go get some milk, for Christ's sakes. Not right now. I have enough of this cup. Christ. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just rough it. I used to drink it black. Just want to check something again on the schedule. It's going to be, yeah, the Phillies at the Giants, Houston at St. Louis. If the Cardinals sweep the Astros, which I doubt they will, and the Pirates lose, they can be 6.5 behind the Pirates. Of course, the Giants play later against hosting the Phillies. And the Pirates take the field. We're in Forbes Field, and it's just a lovely day for a game of Strat-O-Matic 1969 baseball. Walker taking his warm-ups. He's a southpaw. Oh, that's good coffee. I may have to get some milk. Why skimp on coffee, right? Maybe come around the third inning or so. We'll see. Okay, here's Walker now. He's ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Felipe. That's 5-2, right-handed. He flies it to left field. And getting under that is Pop Stargell. Pops makes the catch, one away, and we are underway here at Forbes Field. Now Felix Millan is the batter. Takes me all of 10 minutes to get the coffee and come back. Yeah. Ooh, that's good coffee. Oh, Lord. Shit. Here's Felix now, facing Walker. That's going to be a 4-7, right-handed. And he walked him, so Felix is on. Sanguian is 0. We're using T ratings now. We have added the T rating element to our super advanced play. And as you can see on a T rating, all that means there, actually that is part of advanced play. If the runner steals second or third, I never go for third. On a roll of 1, 2, or 3, roll the 20 die again. Then look at the T rating. If the second roll is within the T range, the catcher has committed a throwing error, allowing all base runners to advance 1 additional base. If the second roll is outside, no error occurs. So it's quite a simple thing on steals. We'll look and we'll just be very, very cognizant. And that is actually an advanced, not a super advanced issue. So we're still going to be playing advanced stealing versus super advanced. Beyond being held, he's a 1-10 with Sanguian. And here's Henry Aaron. We also do the stretch rule. In case you're concerned about that, there's a stretch rule that comes in that, and that's this rule right here. You add or subtract the catcher's throwing arm I'm sorry. Where is that, by the way? When a run, here it is. This is it. This is Rule 22.3. When a runner is held on first or second, subtract 1 when he's advancing on a hit with no asterisks. If he's not being held, add 1. So that's a whole different ball game. We'll look at that too. Sorry to make it tedious for you. Here's Henry Aaron now. Mian short lead off first, 1 down. And Walker from the stretch. That 3-7 left-handed. He grounds it. He's being held. Oh my, that'll be a base hit with the plus. So Henry singles. And Mian goes to third. It's 2 asterisks, so we don't have to worry about that issue with the fielding. That went through. It's first and third now with 1 out for the dangerous Rico Carty. Okay, here's Carty. Infield back. That's 5-7. Right-handed, grounds it to second X. Whoops. Ooh. That's going to be for Alley at 221. That's 3-2. It's a G3 pound. Aaron is not being held. And he's a D anyway. He's not being held. Infield is back. A G3 on Alley. Now he's at 21. E21. That's going to be 9-10. It's going to be G3. It could be a double play. We'll see. G3 with first and third. It looks like it's going to be runner's advance. Whoa. It's a grounder to second. Alley throws him out, and the runners advance. Mian scores. Aaron goes to second. It's like a ground ball C, is what that is. And Atlanta takes a 1-0 lead. 2 outs now. Aaron in scoring position. Here's Orlando. Woo, that's good coffee. Wow. Whew. Okay, Walker. And the pitch to Orlando. That's 4-4, right-handed. Grounds it to third X. Ooh. That's going to be for Hebner, a 326. Oh. That's 9-3. It's a G3 again. It's time from third. Hebner, a 26. That's going to be 6, 9, 10, 11. Yes, it's an E1 for Hebner. Oh, my. Oh, God. E1. It's going to be a G3 E1 situation. And it is an error. And Aaron goes to third. So they're fortunate that nothing's scored there. Anything now unearned. First error of the game for Hebner. First and third, 2 outs, and here's Cletus. Walker trying to get out of this. He's allowed 1 run thus far. Okay, Walker gets the sign. He's ready. And the pitch to Cletus. That's 6-11. Right-handed, struck him out. And the side is retired. There was 1 run on 1 hit, a walk, an error, and 2 left on after a half. Atlanta 1, Pittsburgh coming to bat. Big Ron Reed. 17 wins on the season. He had 18 in real world. Been a big part of this Atlanta team. They've lost 3 in a row, though. Here's Mateo Alou to lead it off. Bottom of the first. Oh, good coffee. Wow. Oh. Okay, Reed. The pitch to Alou. That's 110 right-handed. He grounds it to short for Garrido. Over to Cepeda for the first out. And now Richie Hebner. Here's Hebner now. Left-handed hitter. Reed winds and deals. That's 3-7. And that's a fly to center field for Felipe, who makes the catch, 2 outs. And here comes Pops. Pops Stargell. Here's Reed now. And the pitch. 6-8 left-handed. Base hit for Willie Stargell. A 2-out single, and that'll bring Clemente up. The pitch to Clemente. 3-4. And he grounds it to shortstop for Garrido. And Garrido throws it over to Cepeda for the 3rd out of the inning. So it's no runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. And after 1, it's 1-0 Atlanta. Here's Luke. He'll face Didier to lead it off. Oh, that's good coffee. Didier's switch hitter batting right against Luke. Here's the windup and the pitch from Luke. 6-7, right-handed, grounds it to shortstop. Patek over to Oliver, 1 away. Now here's Garrido. Four 7 right-handed, walked him. Garrido is on with 1 out, and here's Ron Reed. He's an A bunter. Yeah, we'll have him lay it down. I don't know if they do that in real world much, but I'm not against doing that. Infield stays back. He's an A. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 5, and it's a beauty. A 5A, and he's thrown out. It's hit to Walker. And Walker's only play is to first. Garrido moves on to scoring position, second base with 2 down. Now Felipe has a chance to knock one home with a base hit. That's the thinking. Why have Reed do nothing? Might have ground into a double. Here's the pitch to Felipe now. That's 110 left-handed, and he chops it to third. Hebner has it and throws to Oliver. The side is retired. No runs, no hits, the walk, and one left on. Middle of the second, it's 1-0 Atlanta. Big Ron Reed comes out. It'll be Oliver to lead it off. Okay, Oliver. The windup by Reed on the pitch. That's going to be 1-7 right-handed, and that is a drive hit out into right, cut off by Aaron, holding Oliver to the single. So Oliver leads it off with a base hit. And Manny Sanguillen, the batter. He's a B bunter, but I'll have him hit away. Reed working from the stretch. Pitch to Sanguillen. That's 5-3 right-handed. Fly ball right X. That'll be for Henry. Henry is a 1-6. That'll be a 9-1. It's an F2. Henry trying to get that. He's in E6. That's 5-9. Looks like he does get that. And he flies out. And Oliver holds. 1 down. Here's Gene Alley now. Whew. Oh. Okay, Reed now. Looks in, and here's the pitch to Alley. That's going to be 6-10. Right-handed, he walked them. So the Bucks have first and second with 1 out. Freddie Patek at the plate. Walker out on deck. Bucks trail 1-0. That's 2-4 right-handed. Base hit, Patek. Oliver comes home to score. Alley to third. It's a tie ball game. Nice piece of hitting there by little Freddie Patek. Let's take a look at that again. 2-4 right-handed single with 2 asteroids. Bringing Oliver home. Indeed. Indeed, Kathy Harden. And it's a tie ball game, first and third, 1 out. And here's Luke Walker. Infield back for the double play. The pitch from Reed. That's 1-4. He struck him out. That's the first strikeout for Ron. And it's up to Mateo Alou. First and third with 2 down. Here's Reed. Whoa, that's a 3-5. Oh, that hits the shiny part. It's going to be a double down the line for Alou. This might score 2. Whoa, Ali scores. Patek goes to third. Patek rounding 1 to 16, 1 to 18. And that was to center. 1 to 17, they'll let him score. And hold Alou to third. A 2-run double by Mateo Alou. That's some heavy hitting there. Some of you may remember he hit 331, for Christ's sakes. But that was some... So it's a 3-1 ball game. Alou on second with 2 down. Here's Hebner now. I moved that twice. Hebner flew to center. Reed's still not out of this. The pitch to Hebner. That's 5-5, left-handed, flies it to right. This should end the inning. Aaron under it, he makes the catch, and the side is out. But it was a 3-run inning for the Bucks. And after 2, it's Pittsburgh 3, Atlanta 1. Leading it off will be Felix. He walked and scored in the first. Came home on the ground out by Cardi, if you recall. Okay, Luke into his windup. Here's the pitch, 3-6, left-handed, hits it to short. Patek has it over to Oliver, 1 away in the top of the third. Here's Hank Aaron. Aaron singled. Moving me on to third base from first after he walked. And that set Carter. All right, Walker. The pitch to Aaron. 2-7. And that is a drive out to center. It's deep but playable by Mateo Alou. He makes the catch, 2 outs. Party. Okay, Walker, the windup and the pitch. 1-5 left-handed, hit deep by Rico. Oh my, deep to left. And Stargell watches it fly over the wall here in Forbes Field. Let's look at that again now. Rico 1-5 against the left-hander. It's a home run, as clean as can be. And that's going to tighten the game to a 3-2 ball game. And that's Rico's second run batted in. Rico's got power. He's not a Hank Aaron, but he's got power. For Rico, that is home run number 17. And here's Orlando Cepeda. So it's a 3-2 ball game. Here's an update from the police on the
Samantha Wall was found deceased in front of the 1300.
the police are giving an update on who was president of a synagogue. They don't believe anti-Semitism was a motive. Folks, we have so many murders. Just because a Jewish woman gets murdered, it doesn't mean that it was a targeted issue. It's a knee jerk to think maybe it was. Here's Orlando now. I'm Jewish, by the way. Okay. Two outs, no one on. Orlando at the plate. Here's Walker. That's 4-8. Right-handed. He walked him. So Walker walks Cepeda with 2 outs. Orlando is a B. He'll be a 1-10 being held. Here's Cletus. We're not yet using the super advanced stealing. We've augmented our advanced with T ratings. We'll apply that if and when we try to do a steal. Here's Cletus. Oh. And that's a 2-7. Left-handed. Base hit. Cletus. A base hit to left. Going to second is Orlando, and he holds. First and second. And here's Didier. See, we might have had, if there was no asterisks, we might have had a play where you add -1 +1. Here with first and second, 2 outs. Walker trying to get out of this. That's 5-8. Right-handed. Fly ball right field. This should end the inning. It's Clemente under it. He makes the catch and the side is retired. But 1 run, though. Another run. This one time on a home run by Rico. His 17th of the season. Middle of the third, it's 3-2. Pittsburgh. I think we'll stay with the black coffee. You know, Civil War people. You think U.S. Grant had milk for his coffee? Come on. I used to drink it black. First, I used to drink it with milk and sugar, and then I gradually reduced the sugar to nothing. Then I started reducing the milk to nothing. Then I went black coffee. And then, I don't know how many years ago, about 10 years ago, I started picking up again on the milk. I have not used sugar. Big Ron Reed takes the mound. It's a 3-2 ball game, and he's going to have to face the heart of this order. Here's Pops now. You get used to it. Okay, Stargell, left-handed hitter. Reed looks in. The pitch to Stargell. 3-12. He flies it to center. And Felipe is under it for the first out here in the bottom of the third. Here's Clemente. Grounded to short in the first, 0 for 1.
That others are at risk based on what we're doing today. The information that we've received and in color in the past few hours, and certainly at the onset of this investigation, we're confident in our position.
Here's Reed. And the pitch to Roberto. 2-10. And it's hit deep by Roberto. Oh my, it's gone. Roberto hits a solo home run here in the bottom of the third to match Carty. And boy, did he hit that a long way, straightaway center. Let's look at that again, please. I had a feeling that was going. 2-10 and home run. Not and 1 to 14, and it's an 11. That makes it a 4-2 ball game. And for Roberto, that is home run number 17. Also, like Carty, coincidentally. I think he had 29 this season. Not sure. 19, okay. So it's 4-2 now. And Al Oliver is the batter. Whew. Oliver singled and scored last inning. Here's Reed. And that's 3-10 right-handed. Grounds it to second. Whoops for Felix. He throws it over to Orlando for the second out. These could be the two teams in the playoffs. We don't know. Here's Sanguillen, 2 outs, nobody on. A 4-2 game here. Bottom of the third. First of a 3-game series, August 26 in our 1969 replay. That's good coffee. Oh, even black, it's good. Once you go black, you never go back. That's what a woman once told me. Here's the pitch to Sanguillen. That's 3-7. I apologize. The grounder to short, Garrido, and the side is retired. You folks know that sometimes I have a little bit of a shit comes out of my mouth. You know, like diarrhea. Oh. But it was 1 run on the home run by Roberto. And we've gone 3. It's a 4-2 ball game. Can you imagine? I would love to have be the announcer for baseball and provide. I'd rather do color though. That way I don't have to know everybody. I don't have to be really like perfectly on top of every inch of every player. Top of the fourth, Garrido leads it off. He walked in the first, left on. Actually, a woman did tell me that once. Okay, Luke has allowed 2 runs in 3 innings. He's winning this ball game thus far. Here's the pitch to Garrido. That's 1-7, left-handed. Grounds it to second for Alley, and there's 1 away. And Ron Reed comes up. Walker gets the sign. Pitch to Reed. That's 2-11. He grounds it to second again. Alley fields it and throws it over to Oliver. It's 2 outs, nobody on in the top of the 4th for Atlanta. And here's Felipe 0 for 2. You know, by the way, the mass shootings are sensational. They get our attention, but it's the single shootings, the one by one, the drip by drip, that are far more numerous when you add them all together. I'm not saying one's more important than the other, but you know, it's just pure sensationalism. They remain, these large mass shootings remain relatively rare, whereas the individual shootings, it's every day. Every day, all over. And we should be just as alarmed. Here's Walker now. 2 outs, nobody on. Felipe 0 for 2, and the pitch. That's 4-7, right-handed. He walked him. So Felipe draws a base on balls with 2 outs. And Felix comes up. Felix walked and scored, grounded to short. It's a 4-2 ball game. I remember when they traded Felix to the Mets, I went to Met games. I remember I was a vendor for some of those games. I went as a spectator for some of those games. Okay, here's Walker. The pitch to Mian. .39, left-handed, and it's hit back to Walker. He fields it and throws to Oliver, and the side is retired. So it's no runs for the Braves in the top of the 4th. No hits. The walk left on. It's still a 4-2 ball game in the middle of the 4th. We'll have Reed come on, start his 4th inning. He's allowed 4 runs in 3 innings. See if he can settle down here. Gene Alley, Fred Pop, Luke Walker. Here's Reed. That's 5-8, right-handed. Grounds it to short for Garrido. 1 away. For Freddie Potak. We're going to need another pen, Kathy. It's fine now, but we'll need to break down and get a couple more of those. Here's Freddie Potak, 1 out, nobody on. Here's the pitch from Reed. That's 3-4 right-handed, and it's hit to third for Boyer, his first chance today, and throws him out, 2 outs. And Luke Walker is the batter. Reed gets the sign now. The pitch to Walker. Ooh, 5-12. Left-handed, grounds to first X. That's Cepeda, 210. That'll be a G1. He's a 10. That's 11-12. And he's going to throw him out. He's going to dribble it over to him at first and throw him out. And the side is retired. 1-2-3 for Ron Reed now. Looks like he's settled down a bit here in the fourth. We've gone 4. I'm going to take a 5-minute break. I'm Jeffrey Guterman, in case you were wondering. And this is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. You know, you might have missed it, Kathy. I don't know how much you're into football. You into football? Because I'd like to get the 1972 set. And get back to Strat-O-Matic football. That was a great year, too. That was the year the Dolphins were 17-0. Yeah, oh, you're not that into it, though? But I might get it. I'm still working. I have my accountant trying to help me get my goddamn refund. Still, my tax refund. When I get that, I might treat myself to it. I don't know. I don't know. Anybody see that Sunday night game in real world? Dolphins. Boy, they lost pretty bad, huh? To Philly. Their defense just was not very good, Miami. I understand Philly's a great team. I still can't believe I was born, folks. It's just astonishing to me. It's just unbelievable. I guess that the sperm hit the egg, that one out of hundreds of millions, and it's just little old me. And my thinking, it's an illusion to think that I'm any more than that. Of course, in other ways, on other levels of abstraction, sure. Humanistic, transcendent functions, but it really is astonishing. I'll never get over it. Folks, I need to use the lavatory. Okay, I'll be back in just a couple minutes. We'll continue this ball game. Okay. Well, I was never having a great day, Deb Upcroft. I'm having a fair day. Fair to slightly above average. But I appreciate the sentiment. Here's Luke Walker now, holding on to a 4-2 lead for the Pirates. And leading it off will be Henry Aaron. Well, fair is fair. I wouldn't say fair is good, but for me, actually, you're right. Fair is good. Boy, this is a long press conference. My Jesus Christ.
As I indicated earlier, it's a process. How we disqualify suspects, how we disqualify persons of interest. Then the detectives are engaged in. And certainly, as I talked about,
I don't think they caught the murderer.
we're confident with where we've arrived with this particular crime. We believe that the motivation is very different than a hate crime.
That's really, yeah, sure does. Okay, here's Henry Aaron, future Hall of Famer, I assume. He's 1-for-2 with a single in the first. Walker on the mound, the windup, and the pitch to Aaron to start the fifth. 3-4, and he chops it to second. And Alley has it over to Oliver. One away. Here's Clemente. Hit the home run in the second to put the Bucks within one. And then the Pirates scored a home run on Clemente's blast. Okay, here's Walker facing Carty, the windup, and the pitch. 1-8. And it's a base hit to left for Rico. God, he's a hitter, isn't he? Thrown in by Stargell. So Rico on first, one out. There's no mention out loud that the runner is not being held. Just in case you're all wondering about that. Here's Orlando now, reached on the error and walked. The pitch from Walker. That's 3-7. And that is a liner to second. Diving is Gene Alley for the catch. Oh, that was a good catch by Alley. 2 outs, Carty holds. And Cletus Boyer is the batter, 1-for-2. Walker now. And that's 4-10 left-handed. And it's hit back to Walker. He fields it and throws it on over to Oliver, and the side is retired. So Walker holding his own. We're in the middle of the fifth. It's a 4-2 ball game. Big Ron Reed now. He has retired 5 in a row since allowing 4 in 3 innings. It's going to be top of the order, Matty Alou. I think I've had enough coffee. Now I got some ginger ale here. They have the Canada Dry leaders 2 for 1. Very refreshing. With ice. Very, very refreshing. Okay, here's Alou. He's 1-for-2. He doubled. 2 runs home in the 3-run second for the Bucks. Reed winds and the pitch. That's 5-9, left-handed. Grounds it to short X. That's going to be Garrido 3-18. 2-3, it's going to be an S2. Let's see if he boots it. Garrido is an 18. That's 11-12. No, it's just going to be a base hit. S2. That's exactly what it is. And Alou is on his second hit of the ball game. He's an A. 1-15. Oh, we're going to send him. 1-13, Garrido 1-15. And we remember we do the 3 die. Oh no, we do a 2 die. Wait, let me just double check. Oh, okay. That's a 1, 2, with 3 out of the 20. That's rare. Okay. Here's the pitch now to Hebner. There goes Alou. And he's safe. So there's no need to do anything like that. No error. Just late. And Alou in scoring position. Here's Hebner now. The pitch from Reed. That's 1-6 right-handed. Walked him. All that work, and now it's still first and second for Pops. So Reed already down by 2. In trouble here. First and second, nobody out with Stargell, then Clemente. There's action. In the Braves bullpen. Atlanta won this one 6-4. Upshaw is warming. And so is he's a right-hander. So is the left-hander Paul Doyle. Every game matters. Like it's the last game of the season. That's Atlanta's philosophy. Everyone's. Here's Pops now. Reed. His first endurance is the 7th. Kathy Harden for the Pirates. From the stretch, and the pitch to Pops. That's going to be a 3-7 right-handed. Walked him and loaded the bases. So just like that, the Bucks have loaded the bases with nobody out. And here comes Clemente. Infield is back. Here's Reed, full windup, and the pitch to Clemente. Uh-oh, 3-10 right-handed, grounds it to third. That'll bring home Alou. It's a double play, and you almost accept that and even embrace it. It's 5-2 now, but there's 2 outs. Hebner on third. And here's Al Oliver. If Reed can get out of this, consider yourself lucky. Bases loaded, no outs. Here's Reed. And that's a 3-5 right-handed. Grounds it to first, no one being held. Picked up by Orlando. He takes it to the bag, and the side is retired. But one more run for the Pirates. On 1 hit, 2 walks, and 1 left on. After 5, it's a 5-2 game. Luke Walker now. It'll be Didier Garrido. We'll see what we do about Reed. I say we hit for him. I've had enough with Luke Walker. Oh, with Ron Reed. Here's Walker now. The pitch to Didier. 4-10. Switch hitter batting right. Catcher X. Oh, Sanguillen 4-8. Oh, 4-8 10-4. There's a PP. Urine tends to be sterile. Let's see if it is sterile. Sanguine is an 8. Oh, God. I'm a 65-year-old man. That's a sterile PP, and that's going to be with no runners on base. I think it's a foul out. You could look at it right here. That'll be a quick way in the future. He fouls out to Sanguine, so it's 1 away. We're eventually going to phase in all aspects of super advanced play. We're going to, with football, if I get it, folks, I would get the 1972 season and I would do a replay. I just don't know. I wish they had boxing. I don't know how that would work exactly. You know what I mean? Maybe I could make up my own game. Here's Walker now, the pitch to Garrido. That's 4-5, right-handed. Struck him out. Oh. And that is the second strikeout for Luke Walker. And there'll be a hitter here. It's just, we've had enough with Reed. Reed is just, we're going to just take Reed out anyway, so we might as well have a hitter. He allowed 6 hits. He walked 3, struck out 1, and allowed 5 runs. And it will be Beanie and Cecil Upshaw coming in next inning. Let's see who's hitting here. So Reed, the loser of record. Looks like he won't have a chance today to get his 18th. Okay, to face Walker, we're looking for a right-handed hitter. It's going to be Bob Aspromonte. He didn't play much. You'll see him playing more in this month, I guess, if Cletus gets hurt or anybody gets hurt. So Aspromonte, the right-handed hitter with 2 outs, nobody on. It's already the pre-witching hour. I'm getting itchy. Here's Walker. The pitch to Aspromonte. 3-7. And he grounds it to third for Hebner. And he throws over to Oliver. It's a 1-2-3 for Walker. And we're in the middle of the 6th. It's a 5-2 ball game. New pitcher here. And I'm going to take a micro as Cecil Upshaw comes in from the dugout. He should have come in a little earlier, but they wanted the extra time. Please leave the stigma at the door, please. And we want to thank Mark Schucker and most of all Kathy Harden for the retweet. Two Israeli hostages are reportedly released by Hamas. That's breaking news. It's going to be a micro. We're not going to overdo it here at 3:06. Cecil Upshaw taking his warm-ups. He's a right-hander. He's done some good work for the Braves today, this season. He usually doesn't come in when they're down by 3, though. But I'm gonna. He pitched in the real world in this game. If I did get oh, if I did get the football, I would do a replay. It's 14 games. It's easier to do a replay in football than baseball, actually, because I think you had 24 teams at the time. I'm not sure exactly, but let's just say 24. That's 12 times 14. That's 168 games compared to 1940. And a game took me about an hour and a half. I remember. The games take longer. And on broadcasting them, it would probably take 2.5 to 3 hours, easy. And that's if I didn't fart around. And I think it would be a lot of fun. The sense I get from you, Kathy, though, just from your, it's hard to read plain text, but you know, I don't think you're a big fan of football, are you? I could invent my own boxing game. That would be fun. I'd have to develop it. That would take trial and error. And I would model it after Strat-O-Matic. You'd have ratings, you know, you'd have stamina ratings, you'd have speed ratings, I don't know. You'd have the ability to, you know, whatever you would call that, take a punch. And I would probably set up the boxers by year. So if I, for example, if I went with a 1974 Muhammad Ali, he'd have a rope-a-dope factor. He'd have that. He'd have a very good rope rating. That's what we should call it. How they deal with the rope. He could just sit on the rope. I think I'd want to work with Ali and Frazier would be my prototypes. And maybe I'd do 75, because that was the Thriller in Manila, wasn't it? And you'd have TKOs. I mean, you could do all sorts of things. I guess I would work first. I'd work just on an advanced version. I'm not gonna, and I'd like to do it. Yeah, the glory days of boxing, Ron. Oh, you do like football, Kathy? But would you be interested in a Strat-O-Matic replay? Maybe you would. You know, there's players. I started looking. You know, they have Pro Football Reference. I'm sure many of you know that. I figured they did, just like baseball. And I'm starting to look at some of the players. Namath played. The Jets were 7-7. And Riggins had over 900 yards rushing, and Boozer was still on the team. Okay, so, you know. Yeah, Glory Days of Boxing, that's a game? Okay, yeah, I mean, I could get ideas from that. Is it a good game? Okay, Upshur is ready. That was some nice hit. I almost forgot I took a hit. Oh my God. It's 5-2. We'll take a break at the 7th inning stretch of about 5 minutes. Here's Manny Sanguillen, 0 for 2. Upshur now, the new pitcher. The pitch to Sanguillen. That's 1-8. And he flies it to left. That's for Cardi. 1 down. Oh. Boxing? Are you talking about Glory Days, or are you talking about my game? And this is one game, this particular game, Atlanta-Pittsburgh, I would not use any of my people from the FUL, Kathy. This is too serious again. Then you make a mockery out of it. This could be the pennant, these games. Okay, here's Allie, 1 out, nobody on. Okay, I'll think about football, Kathy. That is, you know, I want to get my, refund, you know. And I remember those cards, those football teams, the new set would come out in the summer, in August. So freaking cool. I mean, think about it. The season ends in January, so they had till August. They got that out, and I remember one season. I don't know which it was. Maybe it was 73 set or 72. I rode one summer out to Strat-O-Matic. It was the original South Bales in Port Washington. And I got the football sets, and boy, was I excited to come home. And I remember I came home at the air conditioner, but this is football, you see. I used to love it. Funny thing is, if it comes out in August, you only have a month or so till the regular season starts, whereas baseball used to come out in December. I think they wanted to do it for the holidays, you know. Here's the pitch to Allie. 5-4, right-handed, flies to center, and Felipe makes the catch, 2 outs. And little Freddie Patek comes up to the plate. I could get basketball, but they don't have any seasons that I'm interested in. And I could get hockey, but I'm not a big hockey fan. Folks, the reason why is because it's too intense for me. It's like I love watching hockey for about 30 seconds. I can't watch a game. You know, people used to have heart attacks at games. My father used to tell me that all the time. I love hockey. I love being out at the rink. I love ice skating. Any of you ice skate? I love ice skating. Okay, here's Upshaw now, facing Patek. And the pitch. That's 2-7 right-handed. Hits it back to Upshaw. He's got it. And he tosses it underhand to Orlando. And the side is retired 1-2-3 for Cecil. I would like the football only because it would be a nice change occasionally. And it would be an awful lot of fun to be playing it in the summer when baseball's going on. We're hitting top of the seventh now. Luke, it's Luke's to win and lose, or lose. And he's going to face the top of this order. It's going to be Felipe now. Felipe 0 for 2 and a walk. Luke now in his first endurance inning. This will be the test for Luke to see how deep he can go. They have Hartenstein, the Playboy Bo Belinsky, and Lou Marone available. Marone would be our go-to guy. Maybe Hartenstein. Neither are warming. Here's the pitch to Felipe now. 6-8, right-handed, struck him out. Oh, he is stronger than ever, Luke. And I think I told you, Kathy Harden, I like Luke Walker. I like this whole goddamn pitching staff. This is quite a frickin' pitching staff. I just wanted to share it with you all. You have Luke Walker with 11 wins. It's like, it's like the old 86 Mets. You have Veal. Good ERA, Veal. You got Doc Ellis. He was 11-17 in real world. I think he's got 18 wins. You got Blass. My God, it doesn't end. His ERA isn't that good. You got a fifth starter, Moose. And these are real starters. These are solid frickin' starters. So that's a very, very attractive, and this is the team that has an 8-game lead. Don't tell me they're not going to do it without good pitching. And if they do make the championship, the folks I'm going to be looking at to pitch in the championship series are Moose, Veal, and Ellis. I could use Blass in relief. Ain't that cool? They don't have a great bullpen. That's the only thing I'm going to tell you. Let me show you who they have. Luke Skywalker. Del Canton is decent, okay? Hartenstein is okay. He's okay. They're both just okay. Gibbon has a good ERA, and he did pitch 71 innings. And then you have Lou Marone, but he only pitched 35 innings. But we would use him in the championship and the World Series. Of course, they have one more pitcher, and that's Bo Belinsky, the Playboy. And he's more interested. He had 3 starts, 18 innings. He's not really interested in baseball. He's interested in women and beer or drinks. He's interested in partying. That's what he's interested in. Luke Skywalker Walker. Oh, Jesus Christ. Where did he go? You pesky little Walker. He walked away. Walker walked away. He's back. Okay. Yeah. And the game's a little different than it used to be, Strat-O-Matic. I know they have their own football, their own field, if you will, which is thin and long. It's cool. It goes for the 100 yards, you know. But I looked on Amazon. I could probably pick up something even better, which would be larger. And actually, the board that they give you, I don't need the board. Okay, I'd have a nice big football field with goal. You can get them plastic. And then I'd have a place for the score sheet. And the score sheet you put away. You put it away. And we'll have cards out on the bottom part of the football. I just have to find the right one. I mean, I could show you if you're interested. I mean, it's all, you know, Strat-O-Matic is a conceptual game. Okay? So it's not a tactile, meant to be a tactile experience or a deep sensory experience like, say, a video game. Most of it goes on in your head, you know. Now, you could get a washable placemat. And you know, you just lay that down. And then they have a thing to mark it. Okay. I like the one that has the goalposts. There's a lot of different types. I could put this on the seat. But here you have your, well, this is a big frickin', what the hell is this? Christ. What the hell? Oh, that's big. Oh, that's that's too big. I guess that's just for a little kid to maybe practice. This is a rug. I don't know. You know, this isn't bad. This is not bad at all. It goes on a, you know, it's kind of hard to see though how long it is. Oh, look at that. That's too freaking long. That's a great way to play Strat-O-Matic. Folks, wouldn't that be awesome? Where can I get that goddamn table? But that's what I'm doing. I'm looking for it. I think there was a placemat. This is kind of silly. I think that's kind of silly because that's pretty shitty. Something between. Now, here we go. Here we go. This is 4 sets of mini flick football games. Desktop, tabletop, foam footballs, goalposts, and that's just for show, the goalpost. That's just for fun. What the hell is that? It's a football. Oh, this is a football. It tells you where the ball is. This might be good. This might be good. Let me show you, in case you're interested, what the Strat-O-Matic We got one out here in the top of the seventh, and we're going to take a break after this half inning. But let me show you the what the Strat-O-Matic, the game parts look like. These are some of the cards, you see. It's very cool. Oh, I think they took that out already. Here it is. See, I don't need this. You see, this is the. You see, this is the. Let me get you a better view of this. Yeah, I don't need this. I could keep this maybe up here, you know, or something, just so that I could look at it. It does help a little that you bring certain, you know, you might bring a running back in, a linebacker in or something. But all this stuff you don't need any of this. Okay. You could keep it there just for the area, just for the anyway. But here's the football field. Okay, and here's the, you know, it goes up to the 50 and then it goes down again. And here's your time. And I would keep track of, I would use this most likely, just move it on each down. As far as timeouts go, I'd have that written down on the score sheet. And I remember their score sheets are pretty good. And again, this is how big it is, so it's a little smaller than this in real world, you see. Yeah. So that would be kind of fun. And and last night I perused the the 72 Pro Football Reference. Yeah, I remember the Redskins were 11-3, the Dolphins were 14-0, Steelers were great, they were 11-3, the Browns were 10-4, the Raiders were excellent, 10-3-1. I might have no ties, I don't know, I'd have to think if we would do sudden death or whatever system they have. Cowboys were really good. The Giants even came 8-6. You remember the Eagles were awful, 2-11. New Orleans sucked. They were 2-11. And then you would look at the here's the schedule. This is not the page that I would use, but I'd probably start off with playing the Dolphins at Kansas City. And they won 2010. Shula and Hank Stram. September 17, 1972, Arrowhead Stadium, the original Arrowhead. You have Zonka, Morris, and Kick in the backfield. Your Premian is and you remember the Redskins were favored by 3.5, 4 games, even though the Dolphins were undefeated. And your Premian threw that pass, and Larry Brown picked it up, and took it in. It was the only touchdown, but the defense was amazing for the Dolphins. I forgot who they played in the Super Bowl. Oh yeah, the Redskins. That's my head. They won 14-7. Skins beat the Cowboys. Dolphins beat the Steelers. Dolphins beat the Browns in the first round. Steelers beat the Raiders. Cowboys beat the 49ers first round. There was divisional playoffs, championship, and Super Bowl. 7 games. And there, by the way, there were, I just figured out, 5, 10, 26 teams. So it would probably take, 26 teams. So it's a little more than 168. It's, oh shit. $182. So in any case, we're back here. I had a little bit of a sort of a tangent. Walker facing Felix. We're going to be taking a break after this half inning, so it doesn't really matter. But I would really like it because it's a different game. It's a different sport. It would be more of an event. You know what I'm saying? Luke Sky Walker. The wind-up and the pitch to Mion. That's 1-8, left-handed. He pops, aligns him to Patek. 2 outs. I thought, if I needed 1 run on 4th and 1, I would give it to Zonka, and he'd get you 6 if you need, if it was possible. I'm thinking 4th and goal, down by 6, with 4 seconds left. I'm giving that ball to Zonka. That bastard will get. He was so tough. And of course, a pre-indicted Bill Cosby, O.J. Simpson. It's freaking sad because when he hit 2,003 yards the next year in 1973, to me he was the most lauded athlete in the world that year. Okay, here's Walker now. That was called the year of the runner. So many people had 1,000 or more. Hubbard had over 1,000. Pitch to Aaron. That's 110 by Henry. And he lines it to first, caught by Oliver, and it's a 1-2-3. And Lord Luke Sky Walker has retired 8 in a row, and he's moving along. And the Giants are watching this game. They'll play later. Giants will be playing Houston, I believe. I'm not going to look again. I looked twice. Houston is a very good ball club. I'm going to have some of this when I get back. We've got thus far Walker, the winner of record, and Reed, the loser. Oh, Christ, of record. There you go. I'd really like that. I'd like to get my my field set up, I've seen people make pretty damn elaborate Strat-O-Matic baseball fields. I'd like that too. I'd like an electronic scoreboard. Just something, I bet you I could buy it where you could change it, but I want to put the team's names in it. if I, I'd like to do it um, custom made. You know what I'm saying? I don't want something just sitting there showing me it's 5'2", but not telling me who. I guess I could get, you know what you could get, Kathy Harden? You could get, not decals, they have little magnets or to depict the teams. I could do that if I'm creative. I just keep looking on Amazon. And I think that would work very well. I'm going to take a little break, and I gotta tell you something. I got something for you, Kathy, in case you didn't know it. And one for good luck, okay? It's been way too long. I wish you and yours the best of life. It can be scary, folks, for me at least, being alive. I'm gonna take a little break right now. We have Strat-O here. Does anyone remember the movie As Good as It Gets with Jack Nicholson? Anybody remember? Does anyone remember the scene in the restaurant after he had purchased a jacket next door? And do you remember when he told her, "You make me want to be a better man"? And it's a great moment in the movie. It's a great frickin' moment. I love that scene where she goes, "Can I find a normal guy? Aren't there any normal guys?" And the mother's upstairs and she yells down, "No, there are none. You better pick one." Folks, we are at Forbes Field, old Forbes. Boy, what memories that will bring back, folks. Strat-O-Matic 1972 football. That game is almost better, if not better, than Strat-O-Matic baseball. Seriously, I used to say that. I mean, there's something about baseball that, it's easier to play. It's, once you get going with football, it's not hard to play. The only problem is the defense. It's not easy to play defense solitaire, but I could probably come up with a couple of fixes, I'm still looking to play with some people live here on the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. If any of you want to, you let me know. I'll give a link. Whoa. Whoa, baby, yeah. You know that I think a lot of people are charlatans, maybe even myself. Okay. Oh, you like that movie, Ron? Oh, you had that printed on a foam board. Wow, that's wild, sir. Now that I think of it, I'd like to have a cork board made of a football field, and I could have tiny pins and just put them in each uh, yard. And I could have different areas so that if it gets worn out, and then you just get a new board once it's unusable. I think a cork board would be really good. With little pins, and instead of having little round knobs on them, you'd have tiny pigskin colored footballs. Yeah. I mean, because I'm into precision, Ron. I want to lock that shit in. Okay? But getting back to it, I think most people, most religious leaders are charlatans. Most politicians are charlatans, or many of them. I think many people, and what's more dangerous, or just as dangerous at least, is if you're a charlatan and you don't know it. The worst is Mike Pence. Sometimes I just want to slap him across the face and say, cut the shit. And the worst thing is if they don't know that they're fakers, that could be worse sometimes. Anyway, I'm going to take a break. I'm sorry. I may have mentioned some people that you like. I did mention myself that maybe I'm a charlatan. But through reflexivity, I try to reflect on what I'm saying and joke about it, critique it. I think I'm very fairly self-critical, and therefore I try to deal with that. An off-duty pilot was in the cockpit in a jump seat, and he tried to take over the plane. He obviously went crazy. I mean, he tried to cut power, and it was on a small jet, a very small jet, not a private, but a pretty small plane. An off-duty pilot he was subdued. The guy obviously had to be, my guess, it's just a guess, is that he was suicidal. But who the hell wants to take everybody on the plane? You've got to be crazy. Or it could be suicidal and homicidal. Anyway, folks, I'm sorry to get so heavy. I will be back. I'm going to take a walk outside for about 2 or 3 minutes, try to get myself collected, and when I come back, we're going to continue this ball game. Moving to the bottom of the 7th, it's going to be Luke Skywalker leading it off, holding on 5-2. I'm Jeffrey Guterman, of course, and this is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. Oh, shit, yeah. Oh, shit, yeah, it is. Oh, yeah. With sugar on it. Oh, with sugar on it, baby. Yeah, so I got things to look forward to. Just imagine it all being set up. And I think I'm quite happy to play with these teams. The the Chiefs, the Raiders. I think maybe another idea is maybe I would play the Super Bowl right off the bat. Dolphins and the Redskins. Kilmer was the, you remember? Kilmer was the, and this is pre-Watergate, even though maybe the Watergate shit, I don't know if it had started and the burglary occurred, maybe, I don't know. But this is, Nixon was a Redskins fan. I mean, he lived in Washington for 25 years. You know, he came back from the war and he got recruited to run for Congress and then senator. And Ike picked him for vice president, and he even was acting president for several weeks or a month when Ike had a heart attack. And he was so good about it, he didn't move into the White House, he didn't overstep, he didn't do much of anything, which was, he really was impressed that he would have that restraint. And now they're all dead. Nixon, Pat Nixon, Ehrlichman. I mean, all of them. They're all freaking dead. Just about. Folks, oh, Ron McGrath. I don't know if you've been here since I've been talking about Strat-O-Matic football. Oh, Ron McGrath, okay. You're selling me. You're selling me on it. It's the only, by the way, it's the only early year they have. Can you believe that? And it's the only one I'd be interested in. I mean, I'd be interested in 73 also. It's just, I know these players. You know, I could do 68 or 69. When they say 72, hold on, date. Oh. Okay. It was played in 73. That's exactly right. The Super Bowl was played in January of 73, but the season was 72. '72. And I see they made the cards smaller. You remember the cards used to be like this big, and then it would go to about here. A card was like, maybe it was like this big. Okay, maybe bigger, wider. You know what, Ron? I have a very, very strong opinion that if you play any of these sets the way they're formulated with computerized into teams that were in different leagues, or seasons, I should say, it's not as realistic. So that's why I prefer to stay within the league, within the year. But that's just me. That's me. And it's also in the instructions. There's a reference to that idea. I will be back, everybody. I'd like to get, I'd like to get lights too. I mean, I have this lamp here, but I mean, I'd like to get lights for, at least for show maybe. And I have room on this table. Now the other possibility would be if I could come up with the money to get a longer table. And when I say longer, I say at least coming out to here. At least coming out to here, a table this long. The other thing is, I bet you that I could put something here. I know this is here, but I could put something here to extend this. If I got the right kind of board and I found a way, and this could go on the board. Okay? And therefore, so we'll see. It's lots of fun. I think if I get the special football field as well as the goalposts, that would be a lot of fun in and of itself. And I think we could be very satisfied with that. I have some breaking news. Oh, what did she say? Let me see. Oh, yeah, Kathy Harden. Yeah, absolutely. Marino, yeah. It's a great idea. He was never in one. I'll be back. You folks realize if the Pirates hold on, the San Francisco Giants are in first place by a half game. You all realize that, right? Thank you. Willie Mays. Oh, Willie Mays. I could talk like Willie Mays. When he hit the ball, I don't think that catch was my best catch. I think, they say that 1954 catch off Vic Wertz. I do not think that was my best catch. He said that. But it was a sensational catch in a World Series, and it just looked amazing. And he threw a perfect strike to second base. I'll be back. I just came up with an idea of that I would call it Strat-O-Matic boxing. I'd have to ask them first, can I get permission just on my YouTube to call it Strat-O-Matic boxing? Each card would be like the old football, bigger. Because you have one player and that's it. They have it's wide enough so you have 6 columns, offense and defense. And you also have for the other boxer. And you have to guess to be on whether it's going to be offense or whether it's going to be a body shot or a face shot or something else even. And that can then set off, you look at the defense if it's a 4-5-6, and you also he may go ropes. You see Ali in ropes often, okay? And then you have a situation, it's called a situation. And, you know, then on offense, when you're on offense, you can go for body cuts, you can go for left hooks, you know, you'd have an X chart based on ratings for these people. You have speed, stamina, I don't know what I'd call it. You call it endurance. You'd also have, I don't know what I'd call it. There's probably a term, the ability to take a hit. Frazier would be amazing. What he could take, the punishment he could take. And you'd have point system per round. And each round would take something like, if you really knew how to play the game well, it would take about 5 minutes each round. Like an inning, you know what I mean? A little more, because it's 15. You want to make a game about an hour. And you have point systems. And the point system is totally quantitative. Okay, you can try for a knockout, but that could make you vulnerable. But if the other guy's tired, you know what I'm saying? So it would take a lot of work. I might ask them to develop the game. And I'd also want to make the players, the players would come out in sets. First of all, you'd have old timers. So it doesn't matter, there's no teams. You'd have old timers. You probably have something like the 20s, maybe by decade, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. You can go with 70s, right on up. I don't know if we do it anymore. Who's the champ today? We don't have an undisputed champ anymore, do we? And you'd have special dice. Not only would you have the solo for this to see where the thing comes, you'd have the X dice, and you'd have a 5th die. And it would be another 20 die, but it would be the white one. You'd have black and white. And you see, this would be for some things, this would be for other things, and you might as well just roll them all at the same time. You know? And I don't know. A round would be like 10 rolls, and you'd have a timer. Okay. But I'm here. And I took one hit, and I really enjoyed that hit. Well, we're going to head to the bottom of the seventh. I'm sorry, I've just gone into fantasy land here, people. I am so sorry. It's going to be Beanie and Cecil Upshaw. He was 1, 2, 3 in the sixth, and now he does his second of 3 endurance. But it would take a lot of trial and error. That's how Hal Richmond developed baseball. Did you see how crude it was at first? And I got to tell you, though, the concept is brilliant. The 3 columns, the X chances, the ABCs on ground balls and fly balls. Just fantastic. And there's no room for ambiguity. It's tight. Not a big fan of the stealing. And Road Scholar last evening had a great suggestion, and that was go super advanced. I've already upped my advanced game by including T ratings. They have not come into play today. You know that I found a guy who plays Strat-O-Matic who is so professional in every aspect of how his score sheets, his everything. I mean, I've seen good people, but nothing like this guy, and I can't find. It's a 15% chance. Can you see this? A 1 to a 3 out of 20 is a 15% chance that it's almost like an X decision. It's you look at the T number. And if it's within the range, it is an error. So you want it outside of the range. I know it's all going to come back to me when I do Strat-O-Matic football. I know that's going to come back. Here's Luke Skywalker now. Sky is 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded lead here for the Pirates. And here's Beanie and Cecil Upshaw, the pitch to Sky. That's going to be 2-7, struck him out. Cecil, very good here today. Here's a Lou, 2 for 3. Doubled in 2, singled, stole second, and scored. Mateo for the here's Mateo now. That's 5'10", left-handed. Grounds it to first. Cepeda, 2 outs. And folks, I want to just mention something about the Israel and Hamas situation. You know, I could be wrong, but this is what I would do if I was Israel. No invasion. No frickin' incursion. That comes later. Okay? For the first 3 months, I want to run a covert military operation with reconnaissance, intelligence, and try to pick off Hamas and try to negotiate with them. But I don't want anybody to know about it. And this thing with the media knowing exactly what's going on. There was a speech that Kennedy gave to the Newspaper Society about the First Amendment and how important it is, and how it's not his place to tell the media what stories to write and what not to write, but to use judgment. This is a frickin' war. You don't frickin' tell you don't let the media find out, or at least you don't broadcast it. You don't talk to the frickin' media. You might have like we have a John Kirby, who's is the spokesperson, but he would be very aloof. Very frickin' aloof. We don't need to know. The enemy doesn't need to know what we're doing. Okay? Otherwise, you're going to have so many civilians die. I say you'll have less die this way. I'd like to talk to some... In fact, that guy, Mark Hertling, and then there's the other guy. I'm going to tweet them about that. That's an idea. I'm going to write that. In fact, I'm going to write that down to remember. This way, sometimes I still do little written messages. Okay, the grave diggers. Digs in. That's going to be 311 right-handed, and it's a base hit for GD. The grave diggers. Singles with 1 out, Kathy Arden. Hebner is on, and here's Pops now. First hit off Cecil. Okay, Beanie from the stretch. Beanie, the pitch to Pops. That's going to be a 4-6. That's not easy to read. 4-6 left-handed, he walked him. So Beanie has put 2 on with 2 outs, and here's Roberto. I never learned to do a trill. Never frickin' learned it. Roberto steps in. He hit the home run in the 3rd. Okay, Beanie now. And the pitch to Roberto. That's going to be that's hard to see. 4-5 right-handed. Base hit, Roberto. And that's what Clemente does best. He found the pitch, and he sent it into left field. Hebner scores, and Pops goes to 3rd. Second run batted in for Roberto Clemente. On a 4-5... Oh, I'm so sorry. You see, I wasn't reading that well. That's a boner. Oh, it's a boner. It's a 4-5 right field, and the side is retired. You gotta, folks, you gotta give me a sign. Roberto, 4-5, flies it out to right. The side is retired. So that's no runs. 1 hit, 1 walk, both left. We've gone 7. You know, it's been a very, very enjoyable ball game. Here's Luke Walker now, trying to go all the frickin' way, and he's retired 8 in order. Walker has walked 4, struck out 2. He'll face Carty, Cepeda, and Boyer. Even when you dig into the middle of this lineup, it keeps going nicely. Even Boyer has some power. And I need a new die. Oh, shit. Oh. What the hell happened to that thing? I don't know about that. I don't know what happened to my black 20 die. Look at these. Holy shit, I forgot about these. Christ. I might be able to work with that. Okay, Skywalker on the mound, Carty leading it off. Carty 2, oh, it's a great frickin' game, Ron. And you're a great frickin' guy, really. Here's Rico Carty, 2 for 3. Solo blast in the 3rd and singled left on. Sky in his windup. That's going to be 5-4. Right-handed, fly ball center X. That's going to be for Mateo. Mateo, 228. That's an F2 for Mateo. That's freaking annoying. 14, he's a 28. He might boot this. Oh, shit. He's a 28? Oh, an 8. Oh, he's an 8. Okay. 10-14. Oh, he gets it. Mateo makes the catch, 1 away. And that's going to be 9 in order for Skywalker. Here's Orlando now. You're okay there, Ron. You're really all right. Good guy. And I think, Ron, you most likely are rooting for for Atlanta, because remember the Cards are only 8 out, and they play a doubleheader against the who do they play? I'm not sure who they play, but they have a doubleheader. They play against Philly. I like those big, I'm Jewish, but I'm agnostic. Okay, so I'm not religious or anything like that. Uh, but I like those big black brimmed hats that Hasidics wear or Orthodox wear. And if I had to have a hat, I would like a hat like that. Okay, Orlando, I need a new 20 die. This is getting ridiculous. Where did my black one go? God. Where the hell did you go, you sneaky bastard? Oh, here it is. Here you are. You sneaky frickin' bastard. That's what we work with, yeah. It all depends, I guess, on the person, but the contrast for this is perfect for me. The green also works for me. And I bring the green in for the A's, sometimes on a special occasion. I don't know who else would fit for that, but here's Orlando now. Oh, Christ. Okay, Walker now. Whoa, yeah, 112, left-handed, and he walked him. Walker walks Cepeda, and that's on first. He's a B, 1-10, with Emmanuel Sanguillen behind the plate. And here comes Cletus Boyer now. Remember now, Braves down by 3. You remember, Ron, that you want St. Louis, you want Pittsburgh to lose. St. Louis is the team that's 8 out. They moved past the Cubs. Cubs are 9.5 out now. Okay, Sky, the pitch to Cletus. That's 6-2. Grounds it back to Walker, and that'll be an X shot. Walker is a 224. It's nice that you could see it right there. Otherwise, I have it here. But he's a 224. This could be a double play. What the hell am I doing here? Oh. 224. That's a G3, a clean G3. Because Orlando was being held. How do you like that? Walker at 24. That's going to be 11, 12, 13. No, he's going to get it, and it's going to be a G3. Whoa. If it's hit well, it could be a double play. Runner on first. Oh, he advances. Yep. So he throws him out, and Orlando goes to second. At least they have a chance here for a run. Orlando is in scoring position, and here's Didier, the catcher, switch hitter, batting right-handed. 0 for 3, Bob. And Bob's gotten some big hits this season, no doubt about it. And I say, you need a run in this inning. You need to claw that out, squeeze that out, any which way that you can. See that? That's a real micro hit. And if it's ingested correctly, efficiently, it's a very nice enhancement to consciousness. Iranian-backed militias are ramping up against the U.S. That's a new intelligence coming out. Folks, this is a perfect recipe for a world war. I'm not an alarmist, people. Even China is suggesting that people settle down. So, what are we going to be fighting our militias now? Come on. I say don't put anyone there. I don't mind having some carriers in the Mediterranean, okay, but I don't want any so-called boots on the ground. Here's Didier now. Skywalker on the mound, 2 outs, Orlando on second, and the pitch to Didier. Whoa, it's a 1-7 left-handed, walked him. And Gil Garrido is the tying run at the plate. Jesus, with 2 outs. This would be a great opportunity to hit for Garrido. You know that? You didn't know that, did you? Sonny Jackson has played. I'm going to see about this. The problem is that I don't really have anyone to hit. I have, because they're all left-handers except Tommy Aaron. But he would be appreciably better. I'm going to do it. And Jackson played last game. There's no reason why he can't be playing here. The only thing is he is a left-handed hitter, but I don't care. We'll bring him in to field the bottom of the 8th. We're going to bring in Tommy Aaron. We're going to make it a family affair. We'll bring Tommy Aaron in there. I don't know if you can really read that, but it's for our purposes. We don't need it for any other purpose. Not statistically. Tommy Aaron, he's a 250 hitter. He's a poor man's Hank Aaron. A very poor man's Hank Aaron. He was never much of a hitter. But he was decent. I mean, it's like he wasn't a 200 hitter. I don't know what his lifetime average was. But this year, 60 at-bats. Tommy Aaron, 2 outs, first and second. Sky looks in now. Clear Sky Walker, and the pitch to Aaron. It's a long shot, 4-7 right-handed, walked him. And out comes the manager. Walker has reached fatigue here in the 8th. And there's going to be a hitter for Beanie. Oh, Lord, there's going to be a hitter for Beanie. Beanie pitched 2 innings. He did very well. It's going to be Doyle, who pitched in real world in this game. Larry Doyle. Oh, not Larry Doyle. Is it? Yeah, Paul Doyle. He's got a good ERA. Christ. He's a left-hander. Doyle will come in next inning. There's going to be a hitter, but they're coming out and talking. No, they're taking him out. They're taking Luke out. Okay, Walker pitched 7 2/3 innings. Only 4 hits. Walked 7, walked 3 in this inning. My Jesus, with 2 outs. He's responsible for everybody on base. 2 out, of course. 2 outs. Let's see who's coming in here. And there's it's going to be Lou Marone. Lou Marone, who's been warming. He only had 35 innings pitched. He pitched in this in real frickin' world. So that tells you this is a great opportunity to use Lou Marone. They're not sweating, Pirates are not sweating this one, but they think he's tired, Walker. So Marone comes in, he'll take his warm-ups, and then there's going to be a pinch hitter. And now is the chance. He is a left-hander. Isn't that a smart decision? Because they only have left-handed hitters, this Atlanta team. Gonzalez, Lum, Francona, every goddamn one of them. There is Ralph Garr, a left-handed hitter. This is before he, played. Tillman is a right-handed hitter. That's insane. My God, look at Garr against left-handers. Jesus Christ. I usually don't look at this, but we're going to go with Bob Tillman. Look at that home run in the 1 column. We're going to go with Tillman, even though he's a 196 hitter. Actually, no, he's being called back. We're going to go with Tony Gonzalez. So here comes Gonzalez. It's Marone pitching, Gonzalez hitting. All sorts of changes going on. Top of the 8th, Braves down by 3, bases loaded. Gonzalez, the go-ahead run at the plate. Here's Marone, he's ready. Full windup, and the pitch to Gonzalez. That's 4-6, left-handed. He popped him up to second, and Gene Alley makes the catch. No runs, no hits, 3 walks, all left on. We're heading to the bottom of the 8th. It's 5-2 Pirates. Lord, we're going to have to take another break. Not too long. Whoa. Walker, Marone gets him out of it by getting Gonzalez to pop out. He allowed only 2 runs. He's the winner. Marone going for the save. Reed the loser. Doyle taking warm-ups. I'm going to tweet this guy. Oh, it is a great frickin' inning. Wasn't it something? Sonny Jackson is now playing short in place of Garrido. And Doyle, the new pitcher. That was, I'll tell you, bases loaded. And he got Gonzalez. He jammed him, and he popped it up. He shouldn't have gone for that pitch. I'd like to see what Mark Hertling has to say. Mark Hertling and then the other guy. You know the guy I'm talking about? I think it's a sound strategy here, folks. The public probably will not go well with 3 months of uncertainty, but it would save lives. It would be maybe we would do rescue. I don't mind doing rescues. of people. But it's got to be based on sound intelligence. It's a very hard mission. Again, the goal would be eliminate Hamas and minimize casualties, civilian casualties, and rescue. And wipe those suckers off. Wipe them out. Wipe those bastards out. Paul Doyle is coming in for the Braves, and if you're looking ahead, it'll be the top of that Brave order. You know, they've come back a number of times, down by lots of runs. Leading it off for the Bucks is Al Oliver. This will be lefty-lefty here. Okay, Doyle. Six, seven, left-handed. Flies it to left, shallow. Running in Carty, he makes the catch. Carty got a slow jump on that. He's a 1-8, so, you know, but he got that. Here's Emmanuel Sanguillen now. Emmanuel 0 for 3. You know, he played a good portion of this season, 459 AB. 303 goddamn average. 1-14. He wasn't an A yet. I think they made him an A, didn't they, in 71? A or a B? So Emmanuel steps in. And any of those Iranian militias, as far as I'm concerned, is a representative of Iran, and they're our enemy. I have a nihilistic side. I'd love to just frickin' bomb the shit out of everybody. Why not kill everybody? There's an idea. Kill everybody. Then you have nothing to worry about. But if we had a nuclear holocaust and we were hit, or at least got hit in major cities, even if we got hit in Miami, I'm in Fort Lauderdale, I'm 30 miles away, I'm not going to die right away. And I could easily deal with that. Here's Sanguillen at the plate. Grounds it to third, and Boyer has it. That's his second chance today. Been a little quiet there in the hot corner. Two away, and here's Gene Alley. Again, top of the order coming up for the Braves. Down by 3 here in a great frickin' ball game. And you know what I have? Love it. Let's see if I have the ice ready. I think it is. I have iced coffee. Boy, is that smooth, isn't it? I think I'll make it not too strong. Add a little extra milk. Iced coffee is a nice taste. You take a hit and then you take some iced coffee for a little pick-me-up. Here's Doyle. Oh, look at this ball game. What a game. And the pitch, 6-6 right-handed. And that's a fly ball to right. Center. I'm sorry. And Felipe is under it. And the side is retired. You got two brothers in this ball game, and you got two brothers on one team and two brothers on each team. You have the Alou brothers, Felipe and Mateo, on Atlanta and Pittsburgh respectively, and then you have Henry and Tommy. Doyle looked very good. And we're heading to the ninth. It's Lou Marone for the save. And it's going to be the top of this order. Top of this frickin' order, Lou Marone. Going for the save. He had none in real world, but he pitched in this game in real world, and therefore it's very realistic. Making these cards this small is absurd, especially for older persons. I'd say make the card twice as big. You know, make this one card. Then you could increase the size of the font. You'd still have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the pitcher against left and right, and it would go down all the way, and the print could be much bigger. Freddie Patek. What am I doing here? Jeff. It's going to be Felipe. So think about that. I hadn't thought about Felipe and Mateo, both in this ball game. Joe and Phil Necro pitched against each other earlier this year in real world and in this replay. Okay, Marone is ready. The windup and the pitch to Felipe. That's going to be 2-8 left-handed, and that's a base hit to right for Felipe to open it up. Roberto throws it in. And we got something going here right off the bat. Look at that again. Look how nicely. 2-8, single to right. Hit so nice by Felipe. 282. Here's Felix now. We'd love to bunt him, but we need more than a bunt. We need him to get a base hit. So Felix steps in here. Scored the first run for Atlanta, walked, came home on the high chopper by Rico. The ground out to second when Felix was on third. Here's Marone now from the stretch. He looks in, and that's fouled back and out of play. Oh, that was a shot down to left, a liner. Okay, here's Marone now from the stretch. He looks in, and the pitch to Felix. 6-5 right-handed. It's hit well. Oh, my. He has W power. It's going to be a base hit. Felipe, rounding second, goes to third. How's that for a frickin' ball game, Ron? Felix Millan connecting. It was a 6-5 right-handed. End home run 1-9. It's a 7. He does not have the power. It's a base hit. with 2 asteroids, and we have first and third. The infield is back on Henry. Kathy Harden, the Bucks are playing the infield back. They can get this game almost wrapped up. They'll concede a run. Sure. Absolutely, they'll concede a frickin' run. It's Henry now, 1 for 4 today. It's Henry now. Oh, these pictures of children with their names written on their legs. Corpses. Come on. That's a sick frickin' world. You have to be like, you have to say, if you were an extraterrestrial, at least an advanced one, you'd say that you're a primitive and paranoid species. Given your intelligence, you're still emotionally primitive. And it's true. It's emotion. It's emotional. Oh, that is so tasty. Okay, Henry steps in. This is getting interesting. Lou Marone. There's action in the bullpen for the Pirates. And I believe it's Chuck Hartenstein. Yeah, Chuck is warming, 3.95 ERA. There's also Joe Gibbon, who's a left-hander. So the two of them are warming. And they'll let Marone face Aaron. Okay, here's Marone with the infield back and the pitch to Aaron. Oh, Lord. That's 210 left-handed. Oh, it's deep by Henry. Oh, deep to left center. It's gone. Henry has tied up this frickin' ball game. Oh, my, I'm stunned. There's Henry going around the bases. Let's look at it again. 210 left-handed. And that's as clean as the nose on your face. Oh, my. Oh. I thought you'd like this, Ron, because you want the Cardinals. A 3-run home run in the ninth, a ninth inning special by Henry. And we don't put H. I think that's his 38th. Let me check. Because we only denote if it's Tommy. Tommy, Tommy, can you hear me? For Henry, that's number 28. I'm sorry, yeah, he's way behind. It's just the roll of the dice. You know, he had 44. He's going to end up in the 30s. Most likely. And boy, that is a ninth inning special, Kathy Harden, that we were not expecting. Lord Christ. Let's look at it one more time, make sure we're right here. 210, left-handed. That is gone. And that is it for Marone. It just fits, you know. It's a tie ball game, folks. 5-5. Marone is not going to be the loser. He could still be the winner. Oh, no, not the loser. Definitely not the loser. He pitched 1/3 of an inning. He's gotten nobody out here. Uh, read off the hook. Cardi due up. Still nobody out. Let's see who's coming in now. It's going to be Hartenstein. Mostly because he's a right-hander. And he'll be the third pitcher for the Bucks. And what we're looking at here today is a very good ball game. It may not be the greatest pitching we've ever seen. Upshaw pitched well. But the hitting, it's just great baseball. These are great teams. So Chuck is going to have to come in now from the bullpen. When he comes up, he'll face Cardi, Orlando, and Cletus. We'll let Chuck make his way to the mound, take his warm-ups. Letting Chuck take his warm-ups. I think this would be a great time for me to be able to get some fresh air for about 2 minutes. I hope everybody's doing well here today. This is what you would call a great frickin' game. It really has. They've come back. The It's 5-5, top of the ninth, no outs, nobody on. Hartenstein will come in. And I'll be back very shortly, about 2 minutes in this great frickin' game. Slightly balding head. Okay, Hartenstein. Okay, here's Rico now. Nobody out. Big 3-run home run, tying up this goddamn ball game. New pitcher Hartenstein for the Pirates. Facing Cardi of the Braves. It's 5-5. Nobody on, nobody out. And the pitch. That's going to be a 3-5. Right-handed. It's a base hit by Rico. Rico was 3 for 5 today, Kathy. The home run, the single left on. Now he singles, nobody out. Here's Orlando now. Now the Braves are going to try to go ahead here. Okay, Rico on first, no outs. The pitch to Orlando. That's 4-9 right-handed, and that's going to be a base hit for Orlando. Rico goes to third. 5 straight hits here for the Atlanta Braves. Remember, the Giants play the Phils. Double header. No, single game. And it's going to be Cletus now. Bad situation here for the Pirates. That's too hot. Henry Aaron tied up the game with a 3-run home run. This has been followed by 2 singles. It's first and third, nobody out. Here's Cletus now. The Pirates are bringing the infield in a desperate move. Here's Hartenstein, and the pitch to Boyer. Infield in now, 4-8 right-handed, struck him out. So now Hartenstein has a chance. If you're looking ahead, and by the way, warming in the Pirate bullpen is the Playboy Bo Belinsky. That's because he goddamn pitched in this game. And why is this game so good? Why are there so many great games here? The answer is because we're doing a replay. There are many great games in real world. You play enough games, you're going to have this. We had a 5-1 game or a 5-2 game yesterday or something. It was still a good game. Okay, it's 1 out, first and third. Didier now, switch hitter, batting left. Here's the pitch from Hartenstein. That's going to be 1-6, right-handed. Oh, he walked him to load the bases. Oh, Lord. So it's Didier on first, Orlando on second, and Cardi on third. Bases are loaded, 1 out. And look who's coming up, Sonny Jackson, and he's a left-handed hitter who came in to play short. And out comes the manager. There's going to be a pitching change here. Whoa, Hartenstein is coming out, and they're bringing in the Playboy. He's a left-hander. How do you like that? They're bringing Belinsky in. Jesus. Hartenstein pitched 1/3 of an inning. My Lord, 1-2, 1-2. 2 hits, a walk, a strikeout, no runs yet. Here's Belinsky taking his warm-ups. It'll be lefty-lefty. They do not have a right-handed hitter to pinch hit, nor do they have anyone really much better. So Sonny Jackson will step in with the bases full. 1 out. Nowhere to put him. It's a tie ball game. Okay, here's Belinsky now. Full windup, and the pitch to Jackson. That's 4-7 left-handed. Walks in a run. Walks in the go-ahead run. Cardi comes home. That's charged to Hartenstein, and he's the loser. It's a 6-5 ball game here. Four runs for the Braves here in the 9th. And Paul Doyle is going to hit. Oh, the pitcher, Paul Doyle, who was the winner of this ball game thus far. He's a 1 WL. Okay, Belinsky. He walked in the go-ahead run, but is not charged for it. That goes to Hartenstein. Here's Belinsky now. Great to have a split screen. where I can have this moved over a bit and then have this larger, you know. The pitch to Doyle now. That's 5'11". He's a left-hander. It's a grounder to second, and Ali has it, and the side is retired. But 4 huge runs here in the ninth on 5 consecutive hits, then 2 more walks, and there was just 1 walk too many, and it's a 6-5 ball game. Just like that, and Doyle comes in to win it. We're going to head now to the ninth. If you're looking ahead, it'll be Patek, a pinch hitter for Valinsky. And back to the top of the order with Mateo. Wait a minute. That's 2 outs. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's 2 frickin' outs, folks. I'm surprised nobody had pointed that out. Yeah, there's 1 out. And then here I had it from here. It's the pitcher. That's 1 out, people. Here's Felipe. They're going to go for more here against Valinsky now. See if he can get this final out. Good thing I caught that. They've batted around here. The pitch from Belinsky. 4-5, right-handed, walked him. In, another run. Where did I bring him? I think Belinsky came in here. Okay. Oh, Christ. Don't sweat the small stuff. That's another run. That goes to Hardenstein. Well, forget about it. Now it is that's 5 runs. That's a 7-5 ball game. Isn't that something, how a game can just turn on a dime, Mr. McGrath? Valinsky walked the first batter right here. Sorry if you can't see it. I don't blame you. Yeah, because it was Jackson who was the first batter. There we go. So, still bases loaded. Okay, Belinsky trying to get this 3rd out. Here's Felix. What an inning. 5 runs. God. Atlanta just loves it. Pirates aren't sweating it too much. It happens. They have an 8-game lead. Here's the pitch to Mian. That's 4-6, left-handed. Oh, my. Hit well by Mian into the gap. He almost hit that out. That's going to score some runs. 1, 2, he goes to third. There's going to be 2 more runs for that's all to Belinsky. Wait a minute, no, that's 3 for Hartenstein. He's allowed 1. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And he's allowed 1, as you can see. 8. Belinsky's just allowed this one. Second and third. Oh, I can bring Felipe back, can't I? Yeah. Sure. 1 to 15 with 2 outs. 1 to 17. That was hit to center. 1 to 17 plus 2 with Matty Alou. 1 to 19. They'll let him score. That's the second run allowed by Belinsky. And that's going to be it for Bo Belinsky. There's going to be a break in the action, people. This has been a game. 7, 8, and 1/3. And then he pitched a third, a whole 1/3 himself. 2 walks, 1 hit. 1 hit, 2 walks, and he's allowed 2 thus far. I don't want to lose track, so I'll just keep it there tentatively so I can write that in or change it. And there's a new pitcher coming in. By the way, the score, 8 runs this inning. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I love it. It's 10 to 5. Let's see the worst we have here. Someone we don't really get a chance to have pitch much. Really nobody. I don't want to use Dal Canton. My God. Well, they're down by 5. You know what? Would you mind if I brought Joe Forner in? Kathy Harden. Joe Forner from the FUL, given that this has been so bizarre. The right-hander, Joe Forner. Yay or nay, Kathy Harden, please. Joe, okay, Forner is coming in. I'm going to use a nameless player. Joe Forner coming in. Taking his warm-ups. So while Forner takes his warm-ups, it's from my imaginary league when I was a little kid. Just to finish this up, 7, 8, and 2/3. It is a 10 to 5 game. What we thought was Aaron's game-tying home run was just the beginning of a breakout inning off Pittsburgh Pirate pitching. There's 1 change, 2 change, 3 change. This is the 4th pitcher this inning. At least I was kind of realistic. He could allow a 3rd run. He's allowed 1, 2. That's 8, 3682. And Joe Forner will take his warm-up. So let's see if he's ready. He's ready. He's a right-hander. Okay, here's Aaron now, who hit the game-tying home run. He's the 12th pitcher this inning. Okay, Forner now, looking on from the stretch with me on second and the pitch. That's 6-7, right-handed. Oh, it's a base hit to right off Forner. Everybody's hitting. It's a merry-go-round. Let's see if Felix will bring it home. 1-16, 1-18. Whoa, that's going to be off Clemente's arm. -5, 1-13. Felix coming home. Classic matchup. The throw from Clemente and Felix. Safe. Woo! Henry goes to second. 4th run batted in for Henry today. That's going to be 3 runs for Belinsky. You've seen it all. I mean, I was saying, folks, that, you know, when Aaron hit the home run, it was tied at 5. It's now 11-5. Hartenstein the loser. 4 pitchers this inning. Marone started it, allowed the tying home run. Then Hartenstein, he let up 3 runs. I'm sorry, Marone let up 3. Then Hartenstein came in, he allowed 3. And now Forner's got his own man on second. And there's 2 outs. You want me to quit, Kathy? Yeah. Here's Rico now. Forner. From the stretch. Four right-handed. He flies it to center X. That's going to be for Mateo, 228. That's an F2. 28. Wait a minute. He's an 8. I'm sorry. And that's a 6-7. He'll get him. An F2. He flies out. And that's the side. So Forner finally gets the, I'll put this back here, because we're going to hit for Forner. 13 batters. Nine runs. And it's an 11-5 ball game. And out comes Paul Doyle. That's exactly right. It's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's an 11-5 ball game, and Doyle will face Freddie Patek. Oh. The Atlanta Braves, a powerhouse team with 9 runs in the top of the 9th, now lead at 11-5. Here's Patek now. Doyle winds. Remember, we had Doyle hit. That's 6-9 right-handed. He grounds it to short X. That will be for Jackson. He is a 331. It's a G1. 31. G1, 31. 8. It's going to be a G1 none. And he throws him out. 1 down. Now there'll be a hitter. And they still have only left-handed hitters. Or maybe not. No, wait a minute. The Pirates have other hitters. It's going to be Carl Taylor. Look at that average. Carl, a right-handed hitter. The Pirates are down by 6 runs here in the bottom of the 9th. It's 1 out. It's simple math. Here's Taylor now. Doyle looks in. Look at this mess. 3-6. And that's going to be, oh, it's a base hit by Carl Taylor. And there'll be a runner for Carl. Oh, they're down by 6 runs. It's a lot of runs. But I suppose it's possible there's only 1 out. Gary Kolb rarely gets to even play. He's coming in to run. Kolb. And here's Mateo. 6 runs are needed. Seven is the winner. Here's Doyle. The pitch to Alou. That's 4-5, left-handed, and that's a drive hit out to right. Aaron going back, he can't get to it. It's off the wall for a double. Kolb goes to third. He's a 1-14. We're not crazy about needing a run, but Kolb 1-14, and that was hit to center actually, 4-5. Yeah, actually no, it was hit to right. Yeah, -2, and he's a 1-14, 1-12. We will not go, and they would be throwing. By the way, it's 1 out, 2nd and 3rd, and here's Hebner now, the gravedigger. Richie, let's see you dig your Pirates out of this one. Okay, 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. Infield is back. And Hebner at the plate. This is lefty-lefty for Richie, but he's not too bad against left-handers. Here's the pitch from Doyle. We'll let him hit, even though they don't. 2-8, and he hits it back to Doyle, who throws Hebner out. So it's 2 away, runners hold. Here's Stargell. He could get 3 of the 6 right here. Absolutely, Kathy Harden. 2 outs here. 2nd and 3rd, Pirates. Never say die. The pitch to Pops. That's 4-5, left-handed, and there's another double. 2 runs will score. Kolb scores. Mateo scores. A 2-run double by Stargell with 2 outs, and that makes it an 11-7 ball game. Now the Pirates are only down by 4 runs. With Roberto, who a 2-run home run could make it down to two runs. It may be a case of too little, too late for the Pirates, but either way, it's been a ball game, no doubt about that. Clemente 1 for 4 today with a home run. Pop's on second. I mean, he's a 1 to 8. I mean, you gotta run for him, okay? I mean, maybe you don't think so. It's gonna be Jose Martinez running for Pops. I want to just check something here. 5, 6, 7, 8. This is his first endurance inning, and he has reached fatigue. Whoa, that's it for Doyle. Lord, good thing I have someone warming. So Doyle loses the save, and no one is eligible now for a save. He pitched 1 2/3 and got tuckered out. 3 hits, 2 runs. I'm going to write it in just so I can not forget it. He's responsible for Wilbur. Doyle is. He is the winner of this ball game. But this next dude is not. And it's a great one. It's Bruce Dalcanton. Bruce Dalcanton, who actually is decent. And so Dalcanton will take his warm-ups. He's coming in now from the bullpen. This will give me a chance to take a little break here. And see what we got going here. We got Jose Martinez running for Wilbur with 2 outs, 2 in, 11 to 7. There's nothing to sneeze at with Clemente coming up, because then you have Oliver and Sanguillen. Ali can always hit. Patek can hit. So we'll see what happens, folks. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. And this is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. This has been a ball game. Too bad you can't see too much of this right here. I can see it. Jackson came in to play short. He walked here. Oh, yeah, I can see it beautifully. 9-7, 11-7 ball game. It's lucky 11-7 here on the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. I'll be back shortly, please. I will be back very, very, very freaking shortly. Please and thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so very much, everybody. And we hope you've enjoyed this ball game. We hope you have, Kathy. It's been an accurate game. I'm the one who caught it when I thought it was 2 outs, 3 outs, or that was so long, that, well, this has some texture right here. It's gonna be Clemente. Sanguine, the potential tying run with 2 outs. Dalcanton. Ball 1 to Clemente. 11-7 ball game. 2 outs. Martinez on first. Exactly, and here's Dalcanton. The pitch to Clemente. That's 3-7 right-handed, and he struck him out, and the game is over. So that does it from Atlanta. The final score, Atlanta Braves 11, Pittsburgh Pirates 7. Very outrageous comeback win. Pirates were leading 5-2, top of the ninth. They tied it up on Aaron's 3-run home run. That gave him 4 runs batted in the game. He was 3 for 5. Got 2 hits in the inning. And actually knocked in all 4 runs in the ninth. He gets the MVP in my book. It was 11 runs, 11 hits, no errors, 7 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. That does the ball game. So the Braves now move 1/2 ahead of the San Francisco Giants. The Pirates' lead goes down. That's the only good news, Ron. Too little, too late, exactly. And you have a great evening, Kathy Harden. Ron, if you're still here, the Pirates are now 7.5 ahead of the Cards. And that's, they're in strike, they're getting close to striking distance. And the Cardinals I think they have a doubleheader. They can move within 6 1/2 games. So I want to say to everybody out there, stay strong, stay well. I'll catch you all next time, okay?